classics versus modern. We've come a long way when it comes to handgun design. Both these handguns are striker fired and shoot 9mm, but the Glock 17 is far more reliable, is made out of polymer so it's lighter, has a double stack magazine, easy to take apart, whereas the Luger, it's very involved to take it apart. Not always the most reliable, single stack magazine. If you're debating these two platforms for carry, I would take the Glock all day long. Though in one of my older videos I did mention that I met somebody who actually carried a P08 Luger. But we've come a long way, and if you're going to debate these two for carry, I think modern's going to win overall. But there are some classics that I think hold up, like the P38. This is an older design, but it's very simple to take apart, and they're reliable. Now, it is a single stack magazine, and it's full steel, so it's a little bit hefty, but I think it holds up. So what old handgun would you carry? If you had to carry one, let's say it has to be full steel and it has to be made before the 70s, what handgun would you carry? But that's not the whole purpose of this video. Debating classics versus modern, for carry or defense, I think modern overall wins. But there is one thing that the classics will win every single time, and that's a range experience. When you shoot a Glock and then you go to, let's say, a Smith & Wesson M&P, they feel very similar. I mean, the grips are a little different, the trigger pulls can be different, but after a while, you tend to forget the gun. Actually, when I take the Glock out to the range, I tend to remember the target more than I remember the gun. But the Luger, every time I take this to the range, it stands out to me. It's got that toggle lock that comes back and up. It is a definitely different impulse. When the gun comes back, it feels different than a slide coming back. It's just, you get the history. I mean, there's a lot of history when it comes to guns like the P38 or the Luger. There's a lot of history with it. So you have that when you're at the range, you're holding a museum piece, you know, something that was in a conflict. And then as you shoot it, it feels different. In my opinion, the Luger is one of the most comfortable guns I've ever held. It's just, I think the classics have a better range experience. So if you're debating for carry, modern's going to win overall. But if you're debating for the quality of the range experience, I think the classics are going to win every single time. But anyways, I made this video because I love hearing from you guys and I love bringing up this topic. What old firearm would you still carry? Let's say it has to be made before the 1970s, full steel. If you had to carry one, what would you carry? I hope you guys enjoyed this little random video. It's just something I've always thought. You know, people keep debating 1911s versus Glocks and all that versus, well, which one's more fun to shoot, you know, instead of debating all the time which one's a better carry firearm. I mean, in my opinion, there's guns like this that are obviously not the best carry firearm, but they're definitely the most fun at the range. So I hope I hear some responses from you in the comments below.